Hi guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. So today we're here with a slightly different video. I came across an article online in the end of June and it was about OPI and their most popular shades. The title was "And Now, the 20 best selling OPI nail colours of all time that you can still buy." And it really intrigued me. I thought to myself, do I have any of these? What is on the list? So I thought what I would do is I'd go through the list, pull out the ones that I owned, and I would see how many of that top 20 list that I own. So play along the game with me and leave me down below how many of the top 20 you own, and let's get started. So I don't think they're in any particular order. I don't think anyway. So let's go through them. Top one on the list is not a surprise to me at all, and that is OPI Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath is a very sheer pink. It describes itself as similar to Essie's Ballet Slipper, and it's a demure shade, a sweet candy pink. That is their words, not mine. I actually have this one, so starting off strong, and I have this in the OPI Infinite Shine formula. Now we will see a little bit of a trend going on, because when OPI Infinite Shine first was released, they released a lot of their core favourites in this finish. So I do have a few that I'm going to show from the top 10 in the OPI Infinite Shine, like I say, where they were picking popular shades and putting them into this formula. So this is a 3-coat and it's still not 100% completely opaque. It's just one of those, like, I guess, the icons of OPI, and when I was thinking of this list I was presuming Bubble Bath would be on it. So Bubble Bath is number 1 and it's a score of 1 out of 1 for me. I don't have all of them, so we're gonna then dip. If I don't have any of them, I will show either a bottle shot image or a swatch on the screen for you so you have an idea. Number 2 is one that I do not have, and this is a Big Apple Red. So they're saying it's a perky shade of red, and this is one of OPI's most iconic iterations of that classic shade. Juicy, commanding, and inspired by New York City. I don't have it, but as it said, it is very an iconic red for OPI, but they have duped that a million times. With these shades that they mentioned in the list, I don't know if it's because maybe non-nail polish wearers would know these shades, or this possibly is shades that are sold and worn in nail salons a lot. I believe if I went to like my local nail salon, they would have nearly all of these, if not all of these shades. So I think that's obviously part of the reasoning behind it. And obviously the older shades are going to have sold more because there wasn't as much competition and range back then. So yeah, I don't have that one, but that set number 2 was a Big Apple Red. On to number 3, and this one is Tickle My Fancy, and this is again another older one, and I do have it. I'm just shaking mine up. So this says, "We're always in love with this cheeky name with a cult favourite classic from OPI." The brand describes it as naughty, but we'll let you be the judge of that. I don't know if naughty is what I would say. My bottle has super ugly bottle syndrome, where it is kind of like this yellowy colour, and then the true pink colour is on the back there. It's just a very classic your nails but better, kind of natural nakedy look to it. A 2 or 3 coater. It's kind of a standard pinky rosy nude colour, so I do have it, and that was Tickle My Fancy. The next one is Alpine White, and this is obviously OPI's white polish that they bring to the table, and again a colour that I'm sure a lot of people out there own, and they're saying it's a perfect for summer, which is also true. I own Alpine Snow because I have a ton of whites. I have like the Zoya White and the China Glaze. I think I have White on White by China Glaze, so I didn't really feel that I then needed the OPI white as well, but Alpine White is that next one there. Then one that I really actually do want, and this one is called I'm Not Really a Waitress, and I love this name, and recently the owner of OPI, Susie, she released a book, and I think the book was called I'm Not Really a Waitress, so it's obviously something that's in depth in the OPI story, and it's a nice red shimmery burgundy colour. I do not own that one. That was I'm Not Really a Waitress. I haven't heard of this one at all, and this one is called Princess's Rule, and it also says on here, "We're semi-surprised that this precious pink makes it onto the OPI's bestseller list, but the numbers don't lie. This glittery peak of pink is one of the brand's most wanted." From the bottle shot on the photo here, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a shimmery pink. I'm not sure of the opacity or anything, but like I say, not heard of this one at all, so again a bit of a surprise. So that one was Princess's Rule. We then have You Don't Know Jacques, and again, like I said, I do have this in the OPI Infinite Shine formula where they brought out those popular shades. They're saying it is gloomy chic and a nice shade of taupe, something that wants something relatively neutral but a little bit of a twist on that. And I would agree with them. It is it's going to be something that's not... It's going to be something classy and sophisticated, but it is giving your nails something like a little bit of a pop on there. It's not like wearing Tickle My Fancy where it's just going to be your nails are slightly better. It's definitely going more on this like purple taupey kind of region, and it is a 2-coater, and I really do actually like that. The French collection, like You Don't Know Jacques, Tickle My Fancy, Parlez-vous OPI, seems to be a really big like classic collection from back in the day. So another one to add on to my list that I have, and that was You Don't Know Jacques. We then have the black equivalent of Alpine Snow, and that is Black Onyx, and they're saying it's equivalent to your little black dress, a must-have. Again, I have blacks. I have the Zoya black, and I think I have China Glaze Liquid Leather, so I don't need all the blacks. For some reason, yeah, I don't have the cool white and black from OPI. That's interesting. But I'm not surprised that their black makes it on there, so that is Black Onyx. We then have Malaga Wine, and when you look at the swatch of this, it kind of looks like Susie's I'm Not Really a Waitress. It doesn't look too much. They're saying it's rich and intoxicating and vino inspired. It looks like a shimmery kind of Merlot burgundy there, and like I say, just a little bit similar to I'm Not Really a Waitress. Didn't feel that we really needed both of those, but this is the best selling and not a pick your favourites list. So that next one there was Malaga Wine. One that I really love and would feature in my top 10 OPI, and this is Cajun Shrimp, and I love this bright pinky red neon pop of colour. It's a staple in the summer. I've worn this on my toes many times. Before I owned a bottle of this, I actually had it put on my toes a few times when I got my pedicure done. So they're saying that this is the journalist's favourite OPI nail colour, and I purposely have it permanently tattooed onto my nails from June to August. Coral, but a little more red is what she's saying. So I definitely would agree. It's a nice corally red, pop of pink, neon. Really love this colour. It's a great formula, 2 coats, and that was Cajun Shrimp. We then move on to Strawberry Margarita, which is a kind of similar zone to Cajun Shrimp, but this is more of a pinky colour, and I believe there is a little bit of shimmery in there. From the photo, I'm not sure, but from my memory, I feel like there's a little bit of shimmer. Am I getting confused with the China Glazed Strawberry Fields? I don't know. I don't know too much about this colour, other than it looks like a really nice pink from the pictures that you're seeing. So that was Strawberry Margarita. Another icon that I'm sure you're all shouting at the screen is Lincoln Park After Dark, and again I have that in the OPI Infinite Shine finish. This is the darkest purple you're going to get without it being black. On your nails it probably will look black from afar, but it is just a really deep dark vampy purple. A lot of people love this. There's a reason why it's on here. It's just dark, vampy, sexy, sophisticated, and just a classic throughout time. And I think with a couple of these, now they've kind of got cult status. People just love them a little bit because of the hype. And I was one of those people that needed to get this because I needed to own Lincoln Park After Dark. We then have Totalus Beach, and I want to say that this is a newer one. I want to say this is from the Brazil collection. I don't own this. It's saying that it is the second cousin of You Don't Know Jacques, which it's lost. How have I lost that? Here it is. So it is like this, but it is a few shades lighter. So it's a very beige, grey, purpley, taupey kind of colour. So that one was Totalus Beach. We then have Funny Bunny, which they're saying, to be honest, we don't know what the difference is between this soft white and the Alpine Snow crisp white. So that's obviously what OPI is saying. Alpine Snow is a crisp white, but this is a soft white. I don't own Funny Bunny, but I kind of imagine from the description of the soft whiteness that it might be similar to my boyfriend's Scales Wall. So there's like one drop of something else in there that takes it away from a stark, bright white. So I had heard of Funny Bunny, but I wasn't really sure what colour it is. So apparently soft white. The next one I thought I definitely have owned at one point, and I do have a swatch for you, but I cannot find it. And I know that I did a big de-stash, and it looks like a kind of colour that I would de-stash. They're saying that it is, they're not really describing it at all. It's kind of like a pinky taupe kind of colour. It was a little bit of a thinner formula. It was a 3-coater for me. You're seeing a swatch of what I do have. So technically I have owned this, but I don't think I currently own it. You feel me? We then have Aphrodite's Pink 90, and this is another shade that I've really heard of but I do not own. So they're saying that it is a pearly light pink, and I think that is the reason why I don't buy it. I don't really like pearly finishes that much, and I remember seeing swatches of it in the past, and it is a very pearly type finish. It's not really surprising that the majority of this list is kind of those classic salon colours to me. You have the black, you have the white, you have the reds and the pinks and a couple of purples. But Aphrodite Pink 90 has never been something that's really intrigued me, and like I say, I think it's because of that pearly finish. We then have Samoan Sand, and I know that Jess has this and she uses it quite a lot for bases for manicures. And they're saying it's a warm beige and natural nudie nail polish. Again, natural for my kind of skin tone. If you want to have like a naked nail effect, it is a very, very, like, say, literally this kind of colour. What you're seeing here, this colour on your nails. This lovely, very, very pale, ghostly lady. So that one there was Samoan Sand. We then have Berlin There Done That, and this is another one which is a cream kind of colour, another taupe in the list. This is like the third or fourth taupe. And the German collection is another one where I feel that we have a lot of iconic colours from, like Susie and the several Dusseldorfs, and then there's the October. Why can't it always be Oktoberfest, something like that? I feel like the German collection, along with the France collection, had a lot of big swings in that collection. But I do not own Berlin There Done That, but I possibly would want to. We then have Don't Bossa Nova Me Around, and another one which I think is from the Brazil collection, and it's another similar one to what we've just spoke about. Berlin There Done That is very similar. They're saying it's a hybrid of pink and grey, an enchanting combination of the two. So that is a Don't Bossa Nova Me Around. And wrapping us up, we have Sweetheart. This is an almost white, ultra pale shade of pink, and one of their most elegant released to date. I don't own this one, but I feel that I own OPIs that are very, very similar to it. Looking at the picture, that's sort of like one drop of pink in a creamy kind of base. So that last one they're wrapping us up was Sweetheart. So how many of those top 20 best-selling OPIs did you own? In my current collection, I have 5, but I have at one point in my life owned 6 of those. Like I said throughout the video, I think that this is a lot of their like classic cool brands that they've colours from their brand that they've had in their armoury for a long time. Thus the reason why they've got they've been sold so diversely, and I feel these are the colours that are probably put in salons a lot more than their yellows and their greens and their bright blues. I think these are probably the colours that they sell the most in salons. So let me know how many of those you own down below. Let's see who owns the most. I'm saying we're going to go with 6 because I've owned 6 in my life, 5 in my collection. Hope you enjoyed this type of video. I will link the original article down below if you want to read that in full. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.